Hello, hello, my dear friends of the Orderly Chaos. We are back. And have you seen the last one where I just made it in before the thunderstorm? Yeah, now I'm back here with some BaZi and with yes, my question is always, do you know your BaZi? I mean, you may know the animal that you're born under in a year, but do you also know the animal that you're born under in the month, the day, and the hour? Because that is also really, really important for you and your path in life. And that is the thing why it's called BaZi. 8 characters are also 4 pillars of destiny. And today, yes, today we're going to go into some more detail, but just let me know. Would you like to know more about it? Let me know in the comments if you want to know more about it. And my name is Sandra, and I've been teaching and consulting Feng Shui now for nearly 20 years. First in Germany and now here in beautiful New Zealand. Yes. And one thing that I also I'm quite passionate about is there is an old way and there's a new way of reading the BaZi, and you should know that, because the old way of reading the BaZi is really very, very predictive in nature, and this is what you're born under, and so you can't change it. And I truly believe you can change it. Because I really believe that the BaZi is a sign to show you the way. And I always compare it with the deck of cards that you've been given in a game, in a match. But it's the way you play it. And it's also depending on what players are around you, how the play will go. And you can change. You can change, and you may lose one hand, one game, but it's not about all the battles, isn't it? Oh no, the saying is you can lose one battle but not the war. And that's the thing, one bit may not be as perfect, but it is about showing you when to do what and where. And that's what the BaZi can do for you. You see, your Chinese horoscope, your BaZi looks pretty much like that. Okay, so these are the 4 pillars of destiny: the year, the month, the day, and the hour. Okay, so and we did in the last videos, we did the year pillar already, which is about your social circle. Look into that video if you want to know more about that. The month pillar, which is about career and wealth. The day pillar, where I just made it in before the thunderstorm came. That's why the last video was a bit shorter and I was talking really fast. I mean, I normally talk fast anyway, probably, but I did talk even faster. So the day pillar, that is really an extremely interesting one. I just love looking into the day pillar of people because it is about yourself. So the upper part is about the self. So what is the upper part? The upper part is the elements. And that's why there are these 2 sections. The orange section, in my case, orange section has 10 elements, 10 different elements, 5 elements with 2, either yin or yang. And that is your self element, or Feng Shui element, or day master. There are different names for it. And it really tells you a lot more about yourself than the year pillar actually does. And then the second one underneath, that is your spouse palace in the day pillar. So, and that is in the green area, that is where what you know as the animal sign. And that animal sign tells you also a lot about whatever. And today, we're looking into the hour pillar. Oh my God, the hour pillar, yes. The hour pillar, it's about your hopes, your ambitions, your dreams, your desires, your fantasies, your aspirations. It's also about your capacity to dream. So you see the top part, the stem, is already telling you a lot about yourself, about your capability, and about whatever is going on. The stem is that what is more obvious. One of my mentors says it's the vegetable on top, and the branch is what's growing underneath. So the one in the element in the orange sector, that's what's a little bit more obvious to everyone, the element that you are. But the animal underneath is really what's inside of you. So want to impress someone using the elements, or do you really want to work on yourself using the animal? So that is what you can do with it. So what So yeah, I already said, what is a pillar? A pillar is it has to do with the elements and with the animal underneath. So what's the hour pillar about? I said already, aspirations, desires. But there's more. There's more to it. There's more to it. And dogs are available here. Yep. And there's more to it. It represents your thoughts, your ambitions, and your goals in life. So whatever animal you have in there, really watch one of the videos about this animal too, because it will tell you a lot about what's underneath, what's really driving you. What are your dreams? You know, what is driving you is a lot in the self element, in the day pillar, but what's driving your desires, your dreams, that is in your hour pillar, in your hour of birth. It also is about your children, by the way, it's so-called children luck. So your relationship with children, your relationship with students, if you're a teacher, your relationship with subordinates, with employees, that's in the hour pillar. And it also has to do with investments. What type of investments are better for you? And also the quality in the year. So this animal in your hour pillar will tell you a lot about the quality in this year of your investments. So let's say if you have in your hour pillar lots of earths, then you're probably more conservative. As if you have more fires, you're probably more out there and risking a bit more. So that's how you really can look into these things, and it's really fascinating, isn't it? So I personally think that the day stem is the one that reveals the most, because we're always looking at the year pillar, aren't we? We're always looking at the year pillar. Oh, I'm a dragon. Oh, I'm a horse. Oh, what's happening this year with the horse? Oh my gosh. Yeah, but you know, what about your goals? Do you want to know more about your goals and how to reach your goals? Do you want to know more about your capacity to dream and how to strengthen that? That is in your hour pillar. So if you want to know more, just follow the whole series, watch the whole series, each of the pillars, and where I introduced all the qualities, what to look out for and what it represents. And depending on what your goal is, depending on what you want to work on, do you want to work on your aspirations or desires? Do you want to work on your relationship? You know, if you want to work on your relationship, then it's the day pillar and the bottom part of it. If you want to work on yourself, look at the element and look at how your day pillar plays out with the other pillars. Like I said in the other video about the day pillar, look at the relationship between the day pillar and the year pillar, because that tells you already whether there's a conflict or whether they're working together. And if it's the same animal, if it's 100% the same pillar, then you see is what you get. This is what this person's about. So also look into the parts of your partner and maybe your parents and maybe your boss and maybe your enemies. Yeah, really interesting. So depending on what your goal is, have a look into that pillar and look into the relationship between those pillars. Because if your job pillar, if your month pillar, which is related to your job and your career, is an enemy of your day pillar, yourself, well, work on it. If they are friends, cool. Work for yourself. Work on yourself. Really, this is what I want you to see, that there is so much more to those four pillars than just, I'm born in the year of the horse. You know, it's really fascinating, isn't it? I find it fascinating. So if you would like to know more, look into the videos that I've done, and I come up with a few more. Let me know what you especially want. Let me know in the comments. And if you like what you see and what you hear, then like it, share it, and subscribe to it. So, and always remember, did I forget something? Why no, I didn't. And always remember, your BaZi is just 1/3 of your whole luck. There's always more to it. Your BaZi is what, like I said in the beginning, is the hand of cards that you've been given at your birth. It makes 33% of your luck. The other 66% come from your environment, your earth luck or Feng Shui, and your man luck, your choices, beliefs, thoughts, and behaviors. And that is the so-called Trinity of Feng Shui. And that is what shapes us all in the way that we are. And as nothing is written in stone, you are able to change, right? Your BaZi can tell you when and what to change. When it is easier And when it's not worth even trying to bump with your head against the proverbial wall. So in the end, it's about doing the right thing at the right place, and preferably not having a dog around. So let me know what you think. See what you can find. And I'm looking forward to the next series. I'm not yet sure what it's going to be. Let me know what you want. How about one about the Day Masters, about the self element? Could be that this is the next one. We will see. Enjoy the summer as long as it lasts here in the Southern Hemisphere. And I see you again soon in one of my series. Bye.